welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today for Tasty Tuesday, I'm going to be cutting up some strawberries. So I have 5 punnets of strawberries here to cut up. Oops, there's a bit of ice in there. There must have been a little bit of moisture in the container, and if things are too far to the back of our fridge, they freeze, water, everything. It's crazy. Our fridge is kind of on its way out, so we do have to turn it down really low to keep everything cool enough, but anything that is at the back gets iced. Okay guys, so you're probably wondering, why do I have so many strawberries? Well, that is why I thought it was important to make this video. So we're just going to come down to the strawberries for a little bit here. This one's a bit frozen. So the reason that I have so many strawberries is because I brought them and I just haven't got around to cutting them up. So that is what I want to talk about today. If you're traveling anywhere in Australia at the moment, I would highly advise you to cut your strawberries up before you eat them. Now, if you live in Australia, but even some people who do live in Australia haven't heard this news. I don't know how, because it's been everywhere, but there have been needles found in strawberries. And then just before I got on to do this video, somebody had found needles in apples. So the police are investigating that one too. It's hard to know what's a hoax and what's real, but there definitely was needles found in the strawberries. That's what started this whole thing off. So yeah, there was some states like Tasmania, where I originally came from, who were excluded from the ban. They said that there's no strawberries in Tasmania that are affected. But then somebody posted that they had found needles in their strawberries in Tasmania, but apparently that was just a hoax. But then the person is claiming that it's not a hoax, that they really did find a needle in their strawberries. So basically what I'm saying is, if you're traveling to Australia from overseas, or even if you live in Australia and you're traveling to a different state that you think might not be affected, definitely always be cutting up the strawberries, because you just don't know if there's going to be a needle in them. So that's why I'm cutting up my strawberries, and they've been sitting there because I haven't got around to cutting them up. So I thought that's what I would do for Tasty Tuesday, and do a bit of a warning / safety video about what's been going on. Now, there was a news article about a needle in a banana. Now, the police did investigate into that one too, and it wasn't actually a needle found in a banana, but there was a lady caught putting a needle into a banana in the kids' free fruit section at Woolworths. Because at Woolworths there's a free fruit section, and the police found that that woman had mental issues. But it's just so sad that people would want to put needles into fruit, and it's already sad that our farmers are already struggling so much over here in Australia with the drought that they're dealing with at the moment. Over here in Australia, some of our farmers in New South Wales and Queensland have been struggling because there's been a drought. They haven't been able to grow any crops for their cattle to feed off. They haven't been able to feed their cattle or sheep or anything that they have, because of there being no rain around. Some of these strawberries are no good already, so I'm just chucking them out. But the ones I do cut up, I'm going to put them in the freezer. So yeah, over here in Australia at the moment, we're dealing with a bit of a drought. Some places have had a bit of rain, but as you guys probably realise, for it to be over and things to get better, there needs to be constant rain, not just rain every now and then. So yeah, but it is a little bit of hope. So yeah, that's been New South Wales and Queensland, where there have been drought affected areas. My husband's cousin actually owns a dairy farm, and they turned their farm into a wedding venue since they couldn't run their cattle on the farm because of the drought. And they're like, let's instead of going into debt overfeeding our cattle, because that's what people are doing because they can't grow anything to feed their cattle, let's make our old barn into a wedding place. So people have been having weddings there. So yeah, I thought that was a nice idea, and it's very beautiful out there on their farm. So that's a bit of a more positive note after the drought and finding needles in strawberries. So yeah, that's just the aim of this video, is to just warn people just to be careful with their fruit at the moment. And I really hope that they catch the person who has done this, because this is just not on, it's wrong on so many levels. I mean, the woman who was caught in Woolworths, she had like mental problems, but still someone should have been watching her. As to why somebody has done this to the strawberries, I just don't know why someone would do such a terrible thing. I mean, you could injure someone or kill someone, you know, the strawberry could cause a lot of damage. Anyway, I still have a lot of strawberries to cut up, so I think I'm just going to stop talking here and do a time lapse. So yeah guys, just be careful with any fruit when you're traveling in Australia at the moment, even if the state doesn't seem to be affected, because some states that haven't been on the list have been affected. So yeah, just be cautious when you are traveling, and make sure that you do cut up any strawberries that you have in your home, or if you want to buy strawberries, that you cut them up to check for any needles. Hopefully this will all be over soon. Now let's go to the time lapse. So I didn't find any needles in my strawberries, but guys, still be cautious when you are cutting up any fruit, especially strawberries. So that is it for Tasty Tuesday. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Over to you, Eva.
Give me thumbs up. Bye guys.